Okay, I think you guys can hear me. Once again, hello everyone. As part of this session, I wanted to introduce Raghu, who is joining ITVersity as partner. So we'll start with a quick introduction of ITVersity for new folks and also recap for those who already know about ITVersity. Then Raghu will introduce himself, and then we'll talk about our roadmap, what we are going to do as a team, along with Raghu and others who are part of ITVersity. And finally, we'll also talk about the upcoming course, which is nothing but DP900. We'll just give a brief overview about DP900. Then finally, we'll also open forum, so there'll be Q&A. I'll be curating the questions, and then either I or Raghu will take the questions and will provide the answers. Don't worry if you miss any questions. If there are any important questions, we'll also record another video, and we will provide all the answers for the important questions. So that being said, let me start with the introduction of ITVersity for new folks and also recap of ITVersity. ITVersity is started around 10 years back as a one-stop shop to train individuals on different areas. And over a period of last 10 years, we predominantly focused on data engineering, and we still focus on data engineering. We might venture into other areas as well. Okay. If you're already familiar about ITVersity, you might have used our labs, you might have taken our courses on Udemy and all. So overall, we have a presence of 400,000 followers on different platforms, including Udemy, YouTube, LinkedIn, and all. Now we wanted to scale up. I have built a team of marketing, and also we are going to add more and more instructors and all. In that process, we decided to partner with Raghu. Raghu doesn't only come to ITVersity as an instructor, he will also be COO who will be overseeing the operations of ITVersity. I'll pause here and I'll let Raghu to introduce himself, and then we'll get into the roadmap and other details. Raghu, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Durga. So, hello everyone, and I think some of you might have seen my videos or might know me, but probably I'm very new to most of you. So, to talk a little bit about myself, my name is Raghu Raman, and I have around 17 years of industry experience. I started my career as a trainer with NIIT, and there that's when I realized my passion towards training. But training itself is not enough to get going. So after a couple of years, I switched to another company. I started working for Dell. And after Dell, I worked for Juniper Networks and then some more companies. So I gained enough experience and exposure to different technologies. And then I still had my passion with me. And, when you are working full time, it is very difficult to dedicate towards trainings. So I quit my job and started as a independent consultant and trainer. And it's been around probably like 8 to 9 years that I have been working as an independent consultant and trainer. So during these last 9 years, I was fortunate enough to work with some of the big vendors in the industry. For example, we have Analytics Vidya, then we have Great Lakes, Great Learning, then we have IntelliPat, and so on and so forth, right? So my area of expertise is primarily into cloud, big data, and data engineering. And with the association with these vendors, I was able to train more than 25,000 students around the globe. So a lot of people ask me this question, like, okay, what is the the unique feature that brings you when it comes to training? Because everybody can train. I mean, a lot of people can train, and you can find a lot of trainers also. So what is so special about trainings from you? So for me, the first thing is it is a passion, and the second thing is this is the era of artificial intelligence, right? Everybody is talking about AI, and you can find all the information in internet, and probably you will be even able to get tutors online these days, right? But I believe this is also a time where a little bit of human touch is required, right? Somebody who has been through all these areas and who has been into many industries, who carries a bit of exposure and experience. So that is one thing that I bring. And most of the organizations where I went for corporate trainings and for open batches has communicated with me that they were able to understand complex concepts when they were put it in the right order by me, right? And the second thing that I want to emphasize here is the experience, right? So, whenever you are learning anything, be it simple concepts or complex topics, reading about that or watching a couple of videos is very easy. But having the real world uh, application understanding is very important, right? So any concept that you're learning, how it is getting applied in the real world and how it works with other technologies in the real world. So these things are really important. And I carry that experience also. And like I said, for the last 9 years, I was able to work with some of the big names in the industry. For example, Cisco, Walmart Labs, Flipkart, Microsoft, to name a few or a small set of clients. And when it comes to Durga and ITVersity, we have known long back. And Durga is a person who doesn't need any introduction if you are closely watching the data engineering space, whether it is related to trainings or consulting assignments. Durga is the go-to guy, and even I have worked with Durga long back, and we both discussed mutually and thought like, oh, why don't we put our skills together so that the learning community can benefit from that. So that is how these thoughts came up, and like Durga said, I'm so excited to be part of ITversity, not just as a trainer or probably as a partner, but as my bringing my own experience to this set of trainings and courses that we are doing. And over the period of next couple of years or more, we will be planning to develop a lot of courses and general content on technology around it. And we look forward for you to be also part of the same. So that's all about me for time being. Over to you, Duga.
Yeah. So first of all, it's pleasure to be to have you for you to be part of ITversity. Already, I see a couple of comments on YouTube. Already, they are saying it will be big asset for ITversity. That make me a bit proud that my decision is right. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
At ITversity, Raghu will start as an instructor, but he will be taking more and more responsibilities to drive the operations of the organization. That's why he is designated as COO and also partner. We will unveil more and more details as the relationship mature and also as we reach out to you more often. Okay. So that being said, before going further, for those who are new to ITversity, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to subscribe and also hit the bell icon because we are going to conduct live sessions with industry leaders very soon. We are starting with one session per month this month. So there will be 3 sessions this quarter, and then we'll gradually scale up to 4 sessions or even more per month, depending upon how it goes. Okay, and I'll be hosting few sessions. Raghu will be hosting few sessions. I'm also looking forward for some of the accomplished leaders to host sessions for ITversity, where we invite the speakers as well. On top of these live sessions, we'll be also be focused on writing content for Medium publication. We are revisiting our Medium publication. There's already a Medium publication by name ITversity. We are revisiting that, and already I have lined up quite a few authors to write high quality articles on Medium. Even if you are interested to be author on Medium publications, or even if you wanted to be part of ITversity community in the form of conducting live sessions, workshops, or courses, or if you have enough experience and if you want to be part of ITversity live sessions as speaker, feel free to reach out to us. You can just send an email to support@itversity.com and we'll take it forward. On top of these, we'll be coming up with quite a few guided programs. First, we'll focus on Azure, with Raghu being the program director, where he will be overseeing overall content creation. And we will start with them. We'll publish courses on DP 203 or any other certification course around data engineering on Azure. And I personally believe in job readiness programs than just certification programs. So I have already published a course called as Azure Data Engineer on Udemy. We wanted to revisit that course. We wanted to cover all corners with respect to Azure Data Engineer from the job readiness perspective, where we not only talk about the ETL data lake, which typically most of the big data engineering courses covers batch pipelines. We not only want to cover those, we also wanted to extend it to streaming pipelines. We wanted to cover Cosmos DB. We even wanted to cover Azure ML from the perspective of machine learning. Even we wanted to cover Gen AI. So we wanted to first close all corners of Azure, and also we wanted to extend to other cloud platforms such as AWS, GCP, etc. Already ITVersity have published Udemy courses on AWS, GCP, Azure, only up to an extent. For past 1 year, I haven't published any courses on ITVersity, but we wanted to catch up, and we want to maintain the momentum, and we want to create courses continuously, be it on Udemy for self-learners or on our LMS in the form of guided programs or cohorts, where we not only train you for jobs, we also prepare you for jobs in the form of placement assistance, where we'll help you in writing resumes, we'll help you in facing interviews. We'll also bring speakers to talk about case studies so that you really gain knowledge over a period of time. So stay tuned for our short, medium, and long-term courses from the perspective of ITVersity. Targeting different audience using different approaches to train in the data engineering space. On top of it, we'll also be publishing quite a lot of content on Gen AI and ML in general, not necessarily from the data engineering perspective. So that being said, we wanted to start our relationship with a course. Actually, Raghu and I are already working for past 4 months, but we wanted to be in a situation where we can publish a course within 2 to 4 weeks before we made the announcement. That's why we hold it for past 3-4 months, and we decided to go live today with this announcement. So soon you'll be seeing DP 900 course, which is Azure Data Fundamentals. It is not advanced course, but it will give you quick overview about all the important services within Azure to crack DP 900 certification. As soon as it is published, we will focus on creating content on DP203, creating content on PL300, which covers Power BI up to an extent, up to great extent. And then, as I have mentioned to you earlier, we'll also focus on robust Azure data engineering course, where we'll be covering all corners of data engineering on Azure. So that being said, that's it for now about the announcement. We are really excited to be part of this process, and we will open the forum. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I will curate, and then I will direct question to Raghu, or I will provide the answer based on the question. Okay, so there is a question from Avinash. It is to Raghu. So it is about MTech data science and data engineering is worthy for upskilling in teaching field.
Okay, I just saw the question. Is MTech data science and engineering is worthy for upskilling in teaching field? Okay. Yeah, so when it comes to teaching, yes, this can be an added advantage. Usually, if you are planning to become, I mean, when I say teaching, it's not like, somebody like who is delivering corporate trainings or, open batches, etc. I'm more or less talking about, let's say you plan to become a college lecturer or a professor, somebody like that. So when you apply for those kind of jobs, they're either looking for an MTech or a PhD in the respective field. So in that sense, yes, an MTech will work. But if you're planning to become a trainer, a corporate trainer, for example, or a freelance trainer, then I probably will not advise you to spend like 2 years of time, for MTech for that. Because for a corporate trainer, more or less, it is the certifications and their experience and the number of cohorts they handle that actually matters. Just because you are having an MTech may not be the only reason that somebody will hire you for a corporate trainings. Matter of a fact, I don't have an MTech, but I'm still a trainer, right? I'm not saying like MTech is bad or something, but investing like 2 years of serious time into that to get into being a corporate trainer probably is not worth. But for an academic role, yes, I would say. Durga, you want to add something to this? We can also ask Durga.
Yeah, so typically, if you wanted to pursue teaching as career in colleges, yeah, you need to have MTech and you also need to have PhD. Uh,
Right.
Unfortunately, the PhD have become a checkbox rather than real PhD for someone to excel in teaching. That's the unfortunate condition in the market. Most of the PhDs who are in teaching field are just doing it to fill the to fill the checkbox, right? But the reason is if you don't have PhD, you can't become a professor. You might be stuck as assistant professor or even lower to that. You might not be even tagged as professor. You might be tagged as teaching assistant or something like that. I don't know the complete titles that they typically use on top of my head, or I don't remember on top of my head. But that is the reality. Means if you wanted to take teaching as career path, and if you wanted to teach in colleges, then MTech and PhD are inevitable. But if you wanted to be a freelance trainer, you should not be becoming you should not become stale. Okay, so the important aspect is you need to have a mindset of learning yourself, staying up to date yourself, and then teach. Okay, so definitely partnering with us, if you are serious about teaching as a freelancer, partnering with us will add a significant amount of value. Even though I am interested in teaching, my core passion is around engineering. When it comes to Raghu, he is interested in engineering, but his core passion is around teaching. Now, there's a huge synergy between me and Raghu. I can use my experience, create the material, help him to get high quality material in the form of a script, and then he can use that material to deliver, right? And one of the important aspect which you need to keep in mind to scale up and get best value out of your teaching is to become teacher who doesn't go live very often. Okay, so if you only focus on live teaching, then it is not scalable. You will not be able to learn and be up to date with the current technologies. And also there is a cap beyond certain level. You will not be able to earn, or you will be stagnated very soon. But if you are comfortable in creating self-paced courses, leveraging platforms like ITVersity or Udemy, where either it is completely self-paced or hybrid. Okay, you cannot just stick to live trainings all the time. At some point or the other, you will become stagnant. Those are my 2 cents. So I hope we answered your question in detail. If you still have any questions around this, feel free to ask. We will respond.
There is a question from Devang, and probably Durga will answer, I believe.
Yeah, sure. Uh, yeah. So the main question is any plans to create advanced courses on AWS and GCP in the roadmap, and he's clear about our roadmap about Azure. Yeah, Devang. So already there are courses on GCP and Azure, but they are not 100% there from the data engineering perspective. There are quite a few pending items which can be covered, even though the the courses on Udemy related to AWS and Azure are comprehensive. Still, there is room around creating courses around data engineering. Everything need not be in one course. There can be 3, 4 comprehensive courses, one for batch pipelines, one for streaming pipelines, and one for AI/ML, and one for Gen AI. That's how I wanted to divide, and probably I will come up with courses on AWS and GCP as well. But for now, our primary focus is on Azure. Raghu will be driving it. I'll fix the some of the issues that are there in AWS and the GCP courses, and then we will see how to take up the uh, 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 gap filling with respect to AWS and GCP. The reason why it will take time is because I also work as a GVP data analytics practice for Infolog, which is a services organization, and I have to take care of the delivery of that as well. So from the content perspective, I have a team who will be supporting Raghu. But as of now, Raghu and me are the only ones who are going to create video content. Slowly, either we will hire more instructors who can create self-paced content under Raghu and who might be able to deliver on AWS and GCP, or we will see how it goes. Probably in 3 to 4 months, we will get clarity, and then we can provide a clear roadmap about by when and what courses will be publishing on AWS and GCP, and by when they will be published. I
Right.
hope I answered your question, Devang. If you have any follow-up question, feel free to ask. Yeah, Raghu, if you wanted to add to that, you can add.
No, I mean, what Durga said is the plan. So, um, yeah, so like Harsha has a comment saying that looking forward for ML courses. So, Harsha, machine learning, yes, it is everywhere these days, but just by focusing on machine learning, that might be not a good idea. So, our intention is to provide something like a comprehensive course. For example, you are looking at an end to end project and how ML or AI will be part of that project. So, it will not be like talking about only AI or only ML and designing a specific course for that, because we already have a lot of courses on those sites in the industry. It is more or less like how AI will blend into data engineering, right? The big picture, if I have to say. So yes, like you said, Harsha, yes, ML will also be our part. Like Durga said, for the Azure courses, there will be Azure ML that will be creating. And to answer Devang's question, what Durga said is correct. Yes, we have all these things in the roadmap, but right now the important thing is to get started and produce international quality content, right? So that's why we are starting with one rather than creating courses on all three cloud platforms. We are starting with Azure, and once we mature and catch up the space or speed, we will also be looking for other courses on GCP and AWS.
And
So
Harsha,
any,
good to see you.
huh,
Sorry, Raghu. Harsha
mm,
is our intern. Okay, he worked for ITVersity as an intern. He is a fourth-year student, and he is our intern.
oh,
So
okay.
good to see you, Harsha, here. Thank you very much for joining the session.
So any other questions, if you have people have, please let us know.
Yeah, while we are waiting for the questions, guys, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure you subscribe and also hit on bell icon. You will be notified whenever we conduct live streaming sessions. There are quite a few interesting live streaming sessions in pipeline, uh, and the main objective of all these live streaming sessions is primarily to add value to IT professionals and aspirants. We'll be calling CTAs or CFAs who can talk about entrepreneurship, accounting, and all for those who are interested in IT-based entrepreneurship. We are going to call orthopedicians who can talk about the ergonomics, about how to sit and how to maintain your health while doing the sedentary job of IT. And if you're also passionate about sport, how to take care of your health while working in IT. So those are the topics which will be covered with doctors or orthopedicians. And also, we are trying to invite immigration attorneys to talk about immigration to US, UK, and other nations where people are interested to immigrate to. I'm also calling a veteran, which means who retired from US military. He's an Indian who became veteran, so he will share his experience about being a corporate professional, how he is able to become a US-based veteran. What was his path to that? And also, we will be talking about the impact of Gen AI in the industry, around the industry in general. Like that, there are quite a few interesting topics. And also, we'll be talking about what is data engineering with respect to healthcare, with respect to finance and all. Me or Raghu or someone from my team will be the hosting these sessions. There'll be speakers who have proven track record, who are working in companies like Walmart, JP Morgan Chase, you name it, means big enterprises, big tech companies. We are inviting the industry leaders, and we are going to conduct these live sessions. So make sure you subscribe to our channel and also hit on the bell icon so that you are notified whenever these sessions are scheduled. And also, if you haven't liked this video, if you feel it is going to add some value, make sure you like, and also if you wanted to share some feedback, you can post a comment on this video if you are watching it as a pre-recorded video. Even if you have any questions, you can comment, and we will monitor the questions and we'll get back to you. That being said, we will wait for a few more seconds, like 30 seconds to 1 minute. And if there are no more questions, probably we'll wrap up. And we are looking forward to actually take the ITVersity to next level with the partnership of Raghu and also with your support. Yeah, while waiting, Raghu, you can make any closing statements, and then we can conclude if there are no questions.
Yeah, so we'll just probably wait, like Durga said, 30 seconds to 1 minute. So to conclude, what we discussed is my partnership with ITVersity. So going forward, I will be working full time with ITVersity to produce international quality content. And we really feel, me and Durga, we really feel that there is a lack of industry readiness, especially with freshers, and there is a lack of quality content that is being consumed by freshers, right? So we want to address this gap, but that doesn't mean like our content is only going to be targeted towards freshers, but this is an area which in the long run we want to cater into, because as you know, there are a lot of people who are fresh graduates and who are looking for a good career start, and this is one area where we would like to help. But at the same time, we also want to pick up people who are maybe 3 years 5 years experience, or people who are wishing to switch their career from maybe traditional technologies to new technologies, and address all their questions in the form of curated content courses, right? I think that's it, Durga, right? Probably we should be able to wrap up, because I don't see any questions anymore. You want to add
Sure.
anything, or we can wrap up?
Yeah, once again, thank you very much, and let's keep in touch. And again, if you are interested to contribute or to support, if you are interested to support ITversity in any format, feel free to reach out to us. We are even open for compensation. So let's explore the opportunities. If you are interested to be part of ITversity in any way, and we don't want to just use your productive time. If it is adding value, if you are making money, we will just work together, and we'll also compensate for your efforts. So if you are interested to collaborate with us in any manner, reach out to us. That being said, once again, thank you very much, and let's keep in touch, and let's make sure we work